Hello everyone, my name is pangoduck. Welcome to another showcase. Today we are showcasing AI War2. Firstly, let's get it over with. What is a showcase? I have done one so far, which was Dominions 5. Essentially, imagine you're just sitting with me together and I just want to show you the game. You're too lazy to go through the tutorial, it's too much detail, it's overwhelming, I know. Sometimes there's these niche games and it's just a bit of an effort to go through the whole tutorial. So I'm going to show you a bit of how to play, but not in amazing detail that's overwhelming, and just kind of show you an introduction to it. Let's see what your first steps in the game look like, and then you can just pick it up and play. I'm not going to be an expert, I'm not going to be like metagaming or showing you anything crazy, but you could watch this, and then you should be able to pick it up and know most of the basics, and also just see what the game is like to play. Right, so, AI War2. I need to cut down on that, description, don't I? Imagine saying that every showcase. Anyway, AI War2. Kind of almost like a grand strategy blend with an RTS, but it's nowhere. We're not on kind of paradox levels of complication. You'll see. The premise is essentially AI has almost wiped out all of the human race. I think the premise is that there's a human civil war, and they developed AI, and the AI took over and killed almost everyone. So we are commanding the last kind of substantial human force remaining. Well, there's a couple of others, but for all intents and purposes, and as we start to take over more and more planets and take stuff away from the AIs, we expand again and kind of rebuild the humanity, as it were, they're going to start getting annoyed, and they're going to start attacking us, they're going to start defending their homeworlds more ferociously, and so on. So, let's just get on with it, shall we? So, we're going to go custom start. Now, this is so customizable. We're not going to go crazy because, I'm just trying to show you the game, but there's all kinds of map types. Look like clusters, you see, and all sorts like this, but we're just going to go, and look, all these different types of galaxies. We're going to go realistic. There's different ways of linking the planets. There's different planet layouts. We're just going to leave it default. Naming style is literally the stars. So look, if I went like cities UK, Timor and Cherbourg, I've never heard of these places. Southall, Didcot, Newbury, I've heard of Newbury, and so on. So anyway, you can choose that. I'll go standard, whatever. Number of planets, all customizable. You can have double the size I have here. You can randomize the map seed, as many times as you want. Whatever. Should we just have something that makes sense for us right now? None of these make sense. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm addicted. Right, that'll do. Lampson. We're going to start in the system of Lampson. So that's the map. Factions. So by default, you've got your player and the AI. The player, so the human empire name, will just go Pango Empire. I've set up my colors in my profile. You can change all your colors. Look, team color and trim, all changeable. Starting fleet. So let's not go into too much detail. You can start with so you start with one proper combat fleet. Classic is just standard. As you can see when I mouse over it, you have your transport flagship. Don't worry about the details. We're just looking at the colored text. V-Wings, 40 of them. 40 fusion bombers. 40 concussion corvettes. And 1 force field frigate. And just so you're kind of aware of different starts you could have. Like if we went parasitic fleet, you'll notice they have 40 parasites. Not very effective at destroying things, but instead causes targets to become allied zombies upon death. So you can see there's all kinds of crazy stuff coming on. Door kicker fleet, pulsar tanks, 20 of those, all kinds of different ships, not sheets, ships. So we're just going to go classic, but you're aware. Same with starting battle station, same kind of deal. You would just, you would read them. It's not that bad just to read what you start with and decide what you wanted to do. But for the sake of argument, let's keep it standard. We also start with a support fleet. So you have a fleet, a battle station, and a support fleet. We're going to go with the standard, but essentially what it is either a different amount of engineers that you start with, or a specific type of factory which is better at various things. For the moment, don't worry about it. Cryogenic pods, basically, they give you resources. And the same with home settlements, but the more you have, the more kind of you'll annoy the AI, and when they destroy them, they kind of get more amped up and so on. Don't worry. Right, AI. Colors, obviously, well, we should probably change that, shouldn't we? If we're going to be orange, they can be the evil blue AI. That's fine. AI type, this is where, look at this, right? So you start with easier, but there's various types of easier AI. Random, adaptive, literally cycles between each type depending on the situation. Then look, full ensemble, simple ensemble, that shield hater, likes units that are good against defensive, overreactive, sends much larger counterattacks. And this applies for moderate and hard and brutal. Well, with different things, look. So there's crazy amounts of stuff you could do. We're just going to go on the standard. And then on top of that, you have a difficulty level for that type. Alright, Warden Fleet. The thing is about this game, which I'm trying to prevent you having to do, at least to get started, is you can mouse over basically anything and find it out. So what's a Warden Fleet? There it is, look. The Warden Fleet defends AI planets against your attacks. So again, we could say how they kind of set up and so on and so on. Hunter fleets kind of look for weaknesses in your defenses and then come after you. So again, we could change Kamikaze. We can change all this stuff. So you kind of go, okay, well that's the game, right? Well, add faction. Right. We're not going to do it in this game, okay? But there are other factions which just make the whole galaxy change depending on who they are. Well, like, here we go, look. These are a very basic one. And you might want these in your first game. Human resistance fighters. Pockets of human allies still live in deep space around AI planets. When they see you fighting the AI, sometimes they will reveal themselves and join you. So you get an ally that turns up. They're not amazing, but they'll just give you a little boost. As you can see, and then it says low impact. The faction does not expand and doesn't do any irreparable damage. They're just a bit of a boost. And then on the flip side, you've got like marauders who are hostile humans and variable impact. They might destroy friggin' everyone. You don't know. They expand, and so on. So you could read through these and even have additional just a standard additional human who's controlled by the CPU but a human ally. And the same for the AI ally. So you can have the amount of variance in your games is just huge. Finally, options, and now you'll see again, you don't even need to look at this in your first game, okay? But you can just fiddle. You can fiddle with everything. Allow everything to zombify, blah, blah, blah. Attack power modifiers, capturables, destroyables, performance, permadeath. Do we want permadeath on these things? Scouting options. And units, blah, blah, blah. So, the options are just crazy. But the beautiful thing is, you don't need to touch a damn thing, because we're not going to touch anything. I've shown you it all, but we're not going to touch it all. We're just going to leave it default. So let's get started. We'll just call this Pango Land. Because I have talked for 10 minutes, and we've never got anywhere. Right, let's pause, which you can do by clicking down the bottom, or spacebar. Right. Firstly, just so I'm aware, I'm going to go... This is our starting planet. And these are routes to other planets. It looks kind of weird having the enemy as blue, but this is what you get when you start an orange YouTube channel. Let's just hit tab, which takes us out. So we are at Lampson. Don't worry too much about the numbers at the moment. Although actually while we're here, this kind of makes sense. Because, as you can see, if I mouse over Lampson, you see those two numbers to the left of it, the little S icon, then 4 and 0. If you look at the tooltip at the bottom, mobile strength 4, immobile strength 0. So, mobile strength is going to be my fleets that are going to go out and attack. Immobile strength is going to be our static defences, like turrets and stuff. It's really simple, and then you can see the defences at each. So you can basically, we're going to have to attack the AI, right? There's a couple of things to bear in mind. Obviously, we want to maybe bear in mind the layout of the galaxy. For example, let's say if we kind of took all this swathe, we don't really have to defend the back ones as well because it's a dead end. So that's a nice little choke point we can set up. So there's that to consider. The next thing to consider is the strength. We're going to build our fleet up. So I know it's only 4, but we'll be able to beat this one easily. The guard strength is 4. Threat strength, I think, is when they've got a mobile fleet that might come to you from there. So they've got a strength of 4 defending this thing. The other thing to consider... and also, just so you know, you can kind of see permanently watched capturing cost 20 AIP, which is AI progress. We'll talk about AI progress, don't worry about it. The other main thing, so really it's just, where is it in the galaxy? What's the strength of defenses? And finally, when they've got icons under here, which are things you can capture or do in the place. I'm actually going to show you this one first. Transport flagship. So we can capture another flagship. So basically what that means is we can get another fleet. You can even see what type of ships it comes with. You can see in the middle of the tooltip, it's in white, is centerpiece of fleet strike, Tiftet of total strength 3. And then you can see underneath that, Vanguard Mark 1, you can get up to 19 of those ships in it, and 15 pulsar tanks, and that's what comes with it. Don't worry, I know it's like what, but we will get there. I'm just showing you that when you mouse over these, you can see what you'll get. In this one, we can capture a global command augmenter, and that's going to allow us to build more turrets everywhere. Over here, Advanced Research Station. It's kind of, it's almost self-explanatory, but it tells you even there, look, ship lines available. So basically, that's going to grant us another line of ships, another type of ship when we capture it, and we can choose. So you mouse over the rewards at each system. But that's the basics of the map. Let's go back in here, because this looks confusing, and it's not. I swear, it's not. So, resources. We have got metal and energy. Metal obviously is fluid. You can see our income at the moment per second, and obviously it's minus 1,000 because at the start of the game we start building a bunch of stuff. The energy, it's pretty static. You just get an amount for a kind of each planet that you capture. So the energy, you don't have to worry too much, especially at the start. Science is for research. Hacking is to do certain things, which we'll see. AI progress is what I mentioned. And basically, this is the number that as it goes up, the AI is becoming more aware of you, getting more annoyed, and they're going to come after you. And you can see there in the description, threat waves unlock at 200. So when you reaches 200, they're going to start throwing waves at you and blah, blah, blah. And at 70 even, they're going to send reconquest waves to try and take back planets you've taken. Threat. AI forces actively waiting to strike. I'll be honest, as a newcomer, just don't even really look at this. Just don't worry about it. So, that's the resources. First thing is first, which confused the heck out of me after I came back after an update. Fleets. You're like, what is a fleet? Like, come on, what? So, we start, so you have the current planet, which is everything on the current planet, every fleet, and then here is just everything you have separated, which in some ways is easier to look at when you're first learning. Planet command stations, battle stations, mobile support fleets, and mobile strike fleets. And if you remember, when we were setting up the game, we had a normal fleet, a support fleet, and a battle station that we chose what types we wanted to start with. But first, let's focus on the command station for the planet. So, Lamson Command Station. The very first thing So, this screen, first of all, if you mouse over, you can see what that command station can have. So, pike turrets, 0 out of 5. So that can have up to 5 pike turrets under its command. Okay. Up to 2 station-keeping assault frigates. Okay. Up to 5 engineers, and we only have 2 at the moment. And 1 factory, which we already have, and blah, blah, blah. But you don't really need to look here, because a much easier thing to do is go on build. When you go on build, you've got infrastructure, turrets, other defences, station keepers, and custom fleets, but just don't worry about custom fleets. And underneath it tells you what fleet it's going to be assigned to when you build it. So it's basically cheating. Well, not cheating, but it's a much easier screen than trying to figure anything out. Because all you do is lazily open the build thing and go, well, can I build more turrets in this fleet or not? And if you can build something in 2 fleets, the same thing, it will just appear twice with the name underneath. So, Planet Lamson. We know that in Planet Lamson, we're going to want as many engineers as possible. Engineers just build up. We're obviously paused at the moment, but we can still queue up. Engineers build everything, okay? So there we go. You'll notice now that I've put 3 more down ready to build, 5 out of 5. We've already got a factory. Matter converters convert metal into energy at a terribly inefficient rate, so we don't really care about those. Now, turrets. You'll notice that the planet can only actually have 5 pike turrets at the moment. That's fine. We're going to build them. Now, if we click them, look, they have a range. There you go. Simple as that. Same with all turrets. All turrets and defenses, they just have a ring around it. It's super easy, and you can just decide what to do. Obviously, if you want to, you can read everything about what they do. Look, there's tons of detail, and you'll notice it also says hold Control or Alt to see medium detail, or both to see full detail. So I'll hold Control. Now we can see things like speed and whatnot, but obviously turret has no speed. And if we hold both, even more information. But you don't need it. Trust me, you don't need it. So, the only thing is, we have 3 planets around us. Where do we want to put our turrets? I'm kind of thinking we're going to take these quite quickly. We're going to expand down here and take these with our fleet. Therefore, the real point of having to defend is going to be north. I mean, they're not likely to attack our home system anyway. It's too early, but let's just... So, we've got 5. If we wanted to, we could put them wherever. 1 here, whatever. But I'm just going to put them here. Literally in a little ring like this. Why the heck not? We're not pro players. This is what we're doing. We can also put down... What's this? A tachyon array. Reveals nearby cloaked enemy ships. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Let's have one of those near the wormhole thing as well. And then if any come out that are invisible, we can detect them. And a tractor array, which slows them down. Will stop them from moving. Lovely. Let's put 2 there. Why not? There we go. We've got our initial defenses. Obviously, as you get more stuff, you're going to start having all kinds of things set up, and it's great. It's like a little tower defense. You'll also know I can build frigates, which are station keepers. So these are ships, and they can move around, but generally they stay in the system. So those are auto options. So I can build it here, but I can then move it. Right, that's pretty self-explanatory. It sounds a bit complicated, but it's not. You just build turrets and stuff, and I'm just building the ones assigned to the planet at the moment. Now, the other thing, obviously I could just unpause and build this, but I want to talk about our actual fleets quickly, because they're going to start building things as soon as the game begins. Oh, the easiest thing to do is mouse over it, because here's number 1. You see in our fleets, you see how our strike fleet has got 1 next to it, and our support fleet has got 2 next to it. That's literally the hotkeys. 1, 2. So, just so you know, that's what that is. So I can press 1 or 2 and get them. Firstly, if we mouse over 1, you can see its total strength, blah, 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 blah. And then you can see V-Wing in kind of yellow. V-Wing Mark 1, 1 out of 40. So obviously we started building 1 at the beginning of the game. But we can have 40 V-Wings, 40 bombers, as we talked about before the game, 40 corvettes, and a force field frigate. So they're immediately going to start building. Whenever they can be built by... I'm not sure if they build themselves. I think they need to be either in a place with a factory, which obviously this system does have a factory, or near a support fleet, which has engineers. And obviously we have engineers in the thing as well, in the planet. But the support factory, our combat factory, also comes with engineers. And again, if you mouse over it, you can see what's in there. It has drones in it, and it also has combat engineers. So, the fleets are going to start building. Let's now unpause, because we're not in any great rush to min-max. As you can see, ships are starting to pop out of there. Our engineers are all trying to help finish off the factory, because it's not quite finished all of its stuff at the beginning. Because that's actually got defensive ships in it as well. It's almost like a spaceport. Well, I haven't talked about these. These are the human home settlements and human cryogenic pods. Basically irrelevant. They just generate energy, and you don't want them to die because it raises the AI progress. But you're not going to build any more of these. You just have them on your home planet, so don't worry about it. You can see now that, as we can see, I mean, we can also look in the fleets tab and mouse over, and look, there you can see a nice little summary of us building the ships up. It's obviously costing us metal, but we've got loads. So we're going to let that build. We're not in any great rush. While that's building, let's talk about a couple of the other things. Tech. Tech is super simple in this game. You have tech. There's basically a limited amount of science per planet, and it just gets extracted slowly, as you can see at the bottom of that tooltip. So the planet Lampson, that's how much is left. And we have to take new planets to get more science, which will then also be slowly extracted. And it's as simple as this is all the tech, and it's just immediate buffs to your stuff. And each tier, going up to 4, in some cases 2 in others, will just get a better buff for your units. So, looking at weapons, we know that, look, well, if we go for concussion weapons, you can literally see there. We'll increase the mark level by 1 of all of the following ships you have. Concussion corvette and concussion turrets. If we got something for like stuff that we don't even have yet, you can see that if we upgrade disruptive weapons, it would improve our pike turrets, and it also tells us that we can later capture some Agravik pods and pike corvettes, and then later it would benefit them as well. But the long and short of it is, let's upgrade concussion. So we've got concussion corvettes somewhere. There's one. And it said, look, concussion corvette Mark 1. If I just go and buy, because we've got loads of science, concussion corvette Mark 2. I mean, if you can see at the bottom, hold C and click here to view details on all the ship types upgraded by the tech, blah, blah, blah. So you can view all the details, but the long and short of it is it's just going to buff. You just need to choose what you want to buff with your science. Weapons, hulls, self-explanatory. Engineering will make our engineers better. Metal generation. Commands, when we take a planet, we're going to build a command post there, which is like our main building, but on on an expansion planet, you could buff them to give them more weapons or a better economic bonus, blah, blah, blah. And the same with defenses. And that's it. That's tech. You know, you can just choose it, spend it how you want. Obviously, I'm not going to put any great thought into it because I'm just showing the game. So, you know, well, actually, when we capture a planet, we're going to put economic thing on it. We've got 7,000 left. Well, we've got 2 ranks of concussion. What else would we like? Oh, we've got quite a few fusion bombers, look. So I'm going to upgrade the fusion weapons as well. In fact, I'm going to do it twice, and then we're just going to leave it. That's good enough. So there you go. Now you understand metal. We've talked about energy. Now you understand science. Hacking, we haven't talked about. Nothing hackable here. Essentially, hacking is actions you can undertake in enemy planets. Let's pause for a sec. So, like you know... Oh, this one. The global command augmenter thing that we're going to capture. We have to hack that to capture it. So if we're there... If we go here... I've control-clicked, by the way. Control-click takes me there. You can double-click on... No, you control-click to go through wormholes like this. But actually, if you press tab, you can just double-click. Hold on. Oh, just let out a real coronavirus cough. I don't have coronavirus. Calm down. Right. So, if we now go on hacks, now that we're in this planet, here you go. There's a bunch of stuff we can do. Really obvious things. Weaken AI turrets, weaken guard posts, but here, hack command augmented, which would give us control. It actually costs 60 points to do it, and it takes 2 minutes to do it. You'll also notice it says at the bottom of the tooltip, after this hack is completed, the AI will launch a counterattack against you. So, you know, you have to bear in mind when you're doing things like this, what the result will be. It also has to be this one, like if it's red, like we could do these now. Weaken the turrets before we go in. But like this, we need our fleet command ship is actually going to do this hack. So it has to be in the system to do it. I also think if we wipe out all the defenses, I think the cost is halved. But we'll see. And that's it. Like, you know, we don't have to worry. There's lots of other things you can do with hacking, but you just don't need to know it right now. Right, how are we doing? Let's unpause again. How are we doing with the fleet? Well, since you can pause, you know, you just... you can just take your time and read everything. So I think we're done here, right? Yeah, we have everything. And in our support fleet as well. So we're not going to build anything else here. We're not going to build... Oh, actually, we haven't really talked about the battle station, have we? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Battle station moves, but it also... It's a battle station, so it can actually have buildings assigned to it as well. It's like its own mini fleet. Some battle stations might come with ships and whatnot. This doesn't, but you can see it's called the Typhant Guard. We can build turrets for it. That said, so the problem with this is turrets can't move, and this can. So if you're going to be moving this around, you can't take the turrets with it. You can still leave them on the planet. So it's like an extra bonus amount of turrets that you can put wherever you want. You can have the battle station there as well with the turrets. That's completely up to you. Well, and you can destroy the turrets and build them again. But that's it, really. It's like a mobile command center. And it also has weapons, so we're going to take it with us. In fact, can we assign... I can't remember off the top of my head how to assign a hotkey to a battle station. Is that doable? Maybe. Also, you can, if you click them, edit name, give them different orders. Don't worry about it, though. Come on, we're supposed to be keeping it simple. Come on. We're already getting too much detail. So, we're going to attack. You'll now notice we have 2 strength defenses with those 5 turrets we built. And we have 16 mobile fleet strength. Gosh, I keep coughing. Why? I was fine before I hit record. Right. So this only has 4 strength defense. We're going to hit this first. Why the heck not? With our 16 strong fleet. So, you might think, okay, well, you just right-click there and everybody moves. Look, but the transport ship, the flagship itself, is a lot faster than all the other ships, and they're not all going the same speed, and it's awkward. We're going to bring 2 over here, our support fleet, and we're even going to bring the battle station. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, we won't bring the battle station. We will leave it in the case of an attack for now. We're not going to build its turrets, but we can do that whenever we want, wherever we want. But just for now, that's fine. So yeah, how do we get around this awkwardness? We press L. We select the fleet and press L. Loads everything into the flagship. When we press U, unloads it. Job's a good one. So, load up. We're going to control right click with... Actually, we'll select both at once. Control right click. I'm actually going to pause it for a sec, and then we're going to go through. So we're in the enemy system. There's not a lot here. Really. There's obviously some more... Oh, that's the other thing we didn't really talk about. Sorry. Metal harvesters are literally just little, you don't do anything with them. They're giving us our metal income, which we're at full storage of. And different systems will obviously have different amounts of metal harvesters. So let's get both our fleets in. Come on, come on. The support fleet is slow. Let's unload. And now you notice, okay, they've unloaded. Now what? I mean, some of them are actually buggering off because they've seen these in range. But when you select your fleet, which I will, with one... Oh, those are drones. Those are drones from the support thing. The drones are just kicking off. We'll select fleet 1. There's different behaviours down here. Attack move mode, you should know what that is. Like, you just you move somewhere, they'll attack everything on the way. Group move. Pursuit mode, which is what I'm going to use, you'll see. Stop to shoot. There's different modes to put them in. We're going to put them in pursuit mode. When in pursuit mode, your ships will act on their own in hunting down enemies, kiting them, and so forth. So the long and short is, if I just bring everyone in, unload them, put them on pursuit mode, we'll do the same for the other fleet. Unpause. We'll actually just crack on and pursue anything in the system. Obviously, it could be a bit inefficient, depending on the situation. Let's slow it down into slow mode, like half speed. And you can see the combat unfolding. We've got drones, our other ships are arriving, our V-Wings. You can sit here and watch whole battles, but for the sake of keeping the video short, I'm not going to put a lot of emphasis on it. And when I play this on my own, I just chill out. I just watch the battles, slow it down, speed it up, whatever. They've got an unarmed guard post here. They've got these ships, which I don't even know what they're doing. These corvettes. I think they're trying to kite us away. Now, obviously, I could micromanage this better. I could keep the fleet all together in the force field frigate that I've got. And then, bring the corvettes in, because at the moment they're kind of kiting our V-Wings and staying away from the corvettes, but it's fine. I don't really care. The engineers are coming in to repair. We can just move our flagship a bit closer for fun. Let's go back up to normal speed, because, I mean, you don't really need to hear me explain any of this. So we're hunting down all the targets in the system. This includes the guard posts, and these ones happen to be unarmed, because this is a rubbish system. Alright, you can see the shields going down in the tooltip and on the graphic above. Now the hull is taking damage. And obviously different ships have different attack types, different ranges, different things they're good against, all that kind of good stuff. But at the moment, we just don't need to know it. You really just don't need to know it. You just need to know that our strength of our fleet's 16. Well, actually no, because the battle station accounts for 3, so obviously this was 13 with these two fleets. 1, 2, look, shows you where stuff is. And there was only 4 defences, so obviously I could just rock up, put everyone on kind of auto pursue, and job's good. So now we're done. Now, the question is what now? We can't build anything. It's because on pursuit mode, they don't automatically destroy the actual planet command station. So we're just going to right-click on it with both fleets, and they'll eventually get over there and do it. So, talking of... This is the augmenter we were going to hack, which will allow us to build more turrets. That's the bonus in this system. It still costs 60, which we don't have. We don't have more hacking points yet, but I imagine once we destroy this command center, that's going to come down. There you go, look, 30.
We could calculate the new odds of
the AI is annoyed.
But quite frankly, 0 is still 0.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. And you can see we've gained some more AI progress. How much they care about us, which is bad, technically, but, you know. Right, now, we can start hacking this, which we'll do in a minute. In fact, we'll pause it for a sec, just to save time. Build. Now we can build these command stations, and if you remember, I upgraded the economic tech one. Because this just gives us more energy, more metal, and whatnot. Obviously logistical, and then you've got military, which is kind of self-explanatory. You can build this anywhere in the system. Maybe you want to build it near your thing, the planet that you control at the moment, but we're going to control all of these pretty soon. I'm just going to build it slap bang in the middle, because why not? We'll bring both fleets over. I will stop coughing eventually, at least I'm muting it for you. And you can see our engineers are building the command station. And at the moment it looks like nothing, but that's fine. I just want to show you what happens when we're done with that. So we literally just loaded everybody up, brought them in, unloaded them, stuck it on pursuit mode, they just went and mopped everything up. Easy as that. And as you can see now, our engineers will go around capturing everything. All the metal harvesters, anything else that needs doing. Obviously, if any of the ships need rebuilding, that'll be happening in the background for the fleets, like from the command. And we've actually captured this, but does that count? Do we still need to hack it? That's a good question. Have I completely misled you? No, I think I still have to hack it, right? Here's the test. Pause. Because it turned orange, I was like, huh? Can we build more turrets here yet? No. Planet Lampson? Oh, we can. We don't need to hack it. So you can capture it instead of hacking it. Is that true? I know this is like, I'm supposed to be doing a showcase and telling you things, but anyway. Not like figuring them out on the fly, but you'll notice Planet Lampson here can now build beam cannons and Tesla turrets. Whereas before we only had the 5 pike turrets. Did I get that from tech or something instead? I'm starting to doubt myself. Anyway, normally, what have I just... Okay, I had the turret selected and I control clicked and built 4 turrets. Don't worry about it. You're supposed to know what you're doing. It's a showcase. Yeah, I know. Right. Let's hack it anyway. So now it's only cost 30. We're going to hack the augmenter.
Hacking has commenced.
Unpause, and you can see the line being dragged from our flagship as it hacks it. When it finishes, we're going to get some kind of counterattack. I don't know where from. But if we leave these guys on pursuit, they'll sort it out. Now, meanwhile, you'll now notice when we go on build, we can build a bunch of stuff from this planet, which is Cultists. Planet Cultists. We can build a bunch of turrets. So, you know, well, let's say I'm not worried about there, so let's build a couple of these there. How many can we have? We're going to have 5 pike turrets. Let's build 2 there. Maybe 1 in the middle, which just covers both entrances. Fortified Tesla turret. Well, let's build this. It's only small range, but we'll build it there. We could sit and look at all the details, but we're just going to randomly build stuff. And a beam cannon. Okay. We won't build a force field generator. We'll build a tractor array there for fun. We could build a watchman frigate. We'll just do that. Why not? You know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we haven't built a factory. Oh, that's what we should have done. We should have built a factory. Sorry. We should build a factory. And some more engineers. Let's control click and get all 4 of them. Where are my engineer... Oh, there they are. The engineers that came with my support fleet. Yo, can you come over here and build like the factory instead? No? You don't want to? Okay. I mean, it's building itself, but as you can see now, we've got engineers that belong to the planet and our support engineers all working to get everything built, all the turrets. The factory's building as well, which will help replace any fleet losses and blah, blah, blah. And that's basically it. You know, that's the system. When you go into a new planet, if there's something you need to hack or capture or whatever, you do it. And then you just build defenses, you build a factory, you build more engineers, keep an eye on your energy, but you're unlikely to worry about it. The hack's nearly finished, look, 15 seconds. And that's the basics of the game. Like, literally. There you go. It looks complicated, that's it. And then you go, okay, we've got some more science because we've got this next planet, so we're going to get some more techs, do some more upgrades. Oh, I want to upgrade this.
Have done all they can.
Okay, so the AI is launching a counterattack. Question is, what are they attacking and from where? Are they going to attack the home system? I noticed that there is a mobile strike force of 2 there. I feel like they should come in and attack this. To be honest, whatever they're doing, I don't care. It's going to be really weak. So, generally, when they're going to attack you, I promise, you are told. So we now need to take this place. So, is there anything else for us to do here? Not really. We don't have an extra fleet. We didn't capture a research facility to get some different chips or anything. It's pretty much just upgrades. Intel, by the way. Just tips and stuff. Just tips and kind of things. Well, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should get that if you're struggling. Oh, total strength of attacking ships. Where are they? Oh, they are. They did attack here, but obviously they don't have much. So obviously, if I needed to, I could have brought ships back here quickly to defend, but you know, it was a pretty weak and pathetic counterattack. Okay, my bad. I missed that. But yeah, so all our ships are repaired. Everything's good. If I wanted to, I could, you know, go on fleets and be like, okay, has everyone got all their ships together? That's the other thing, actually. If you click here, if you did have a different ship available, you can come in here and swap between fleets what type of ships they have. So let's say if I just wanted one fleet to have only like really close range stuff, I might be like, well, I'm actually going to put the concussion corvettes in another fleet. Swap. At the moment, obviously, our only other fleet is support Valdoran, and we have an empty slot there, so we'll stick them in there. And it's as simple as that. Like, seriously, that's it. Now, we've loaded up. Let's go to Ibarra. I don't know. We're going to move them close because I don't want the support fleet to be too far behind.
But of course.
Not that it really matters in this case, but... Okay, and then I'm going to click myself to go through. There's no rush because there's not much defending here. Sometimes you'll come in and immediately being hit by turrets. Now, let's unload. Everyone's still in pursuit mode. Have a ball. Yeah, but when you get to the more well-defended planets and whatnot, there'll be all kinds of madness happening. What even? Raptors. Are you going to blow up the raptors, guys? You can micromanage them, tell them what to attack. You know, you might not want to put them on pursuit in more difficult combat zones. But yeah, there'll be turrets and all sorts. And obviously, the higher this value gets, the harder they will defend, the more they will attack you, and then you'll have to set up more turrets. You know, let's say I never expanded this way, and this is their only route into my empire. I'm going to have to build all kinds of stuff here. I'll probably... In fact, I'm not going to play this for too long now, am I? So I may as well. Like, okay, well, I'm really worried about this direction. Our battle station, look, can actually get 16 concussion turrets at Mark III thanks to our upgrades. Hell yeah. Let's control so they can get kind of 5 at a time or whatever. Look at that. Brilliant. And grenade launcher turrets. Oh, let's get some of those in as well. You know. You can set up these fortifying points, and then later, if I wanted to... I can still move the battle station away. The turrets will still work. But obviously, it's limited. I can't go and build more concussion turrets anywhere else. Unless... I scrap them. So I can just click them all, or click one and just scrap them, if that's what I want to do. Obviously, our engineers are working away. That's fine. I'm not 100% sure if I needed to hack that. that then, but don't worry. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. How are we doing? We're still kind of, Oh no, we're not defending very well. Guys, I'm going to actually move you guys back here. They're attacking our command ships, you donkeys. Get out of there. What even is this? V-Wings. We're just like over here attacking this guard post. Maybe we should have hacked something. Cultist is under attack. Is it? So it is. Do you know what? Hold the phone, boys. While I've been like not paying attention, they've all just rammed their forces. Okay, tell you what. Load up. Load up, guys. They've literally just... They've bum rushed. They've bum rushed through that wormhole and just gone into our other place while we're busy trying to destroy these turrets. Goodness gracious, we're not having that.
We do what we must.
Come on, guys. We haven't built any turrets there either. Oh my goodness, woefully unprepared. It's fine. We'll come through and mop up. Oh no, we're already through. Why do I feel like I didn't load everyone? Oh, I did. Come on, guys. Everyone come here. On pursuit. Cut them down. Look at them. They're making a run for it. What are these hit and run? Ah, we got you on the tractor beam. What are these hit and run tactics? Oh my gosh. So you can see our engineers are like going and repairing things, and we've got this watchman frigate trying to repair. But yeah, you see they kind of mugged us off a bit there, haven't they? Just hovering inside our force field. You can zoom like right in, look. All the way. What a bunch of cheeky buckers.
Our scientists are finished here.
I can't believe they've done that. That was so cheeky. They just bum rushed us. Never mind. Anyway, load back up. I don't know if we need to repair stuff, but I'm sure we've got more than enough. So I'll tell you what, based off that, and since we built a bunch of turrets here already, I'm going to bring our battle station to cultists. Oh, they're spawning a wave. Oh, maybe not then. Hold on. They're spawning a wave, apparently.
I'm certainly capable of
Oh, here you go. So normally... Hang on. Let's go back to this planet here. Let's unload. Let's let them resume banging their heads against this this defense platform.
Yes,
all of you
sir.
just move there, please, and then work together. So, you can see here, look, they're going to attack cultists in 2.5 minutes, and that is going to be the strength of it. So it's going to be bugger all. 0.84 strength. Obviously, our turrets, which are now at 19 strength total, and we've got a battle station as well. I'm pretty sure we can destroy whatever comes through there. We shouldn't have a problem. How are we doing? What are we doing? This is... I give you one job, and then you all split up and do crazy stuff. Can you, like, just focus on this station, please? Don't worry about an unarmed guard post. I know I could probably have told you what to do a bit better. These are corvettes. Fusion bombers. Where's our corvettes? Do we have corvettes still? Oh yeah, they're just being slow. Come on, guys. Starting to work through it. Yeah, here we go. Focus it down.
Won't be anything left when we're done.
Come on. Come on. Sending out drones from the support one, yeah. Oh, there's our corvette. Who's managing this fleet? Terrible player. Alright, so we're going to take out this guard post and the turrets surrounding it eventually. Grenade launcher turrets. How are we doing? We've got a minute until they attack there, but that'll be fine. Obviously, Cultist is not well defended. But to be fair, I did build the turrets around these two instead of... I didn't think they'd run past us from here. You can see it's flashing red, indicating that we're fighting there. We've got a bunch of tech that we should be spending. Obviously, I'm not playing optimally, or... You know, I could be pausing or just keeping on top of things, and I'm not. Let's just get ambush weapons for fun. Let's upgrade our engineers for fun. That's quite cheap, only 1,000. We're all good. We actually get an extra engineer. I assume that's going to be the same on Lamson. It is. Oh, 2 extra engineers. Let's get them. Always good to have engineers. How are we doing? We done? Yeah, right. Let's just blow up the command center then. So the transport flagship, let's just test whether we get that. It would be nice to show you getting an extra fleet. Let's just test whether we get that from
We're going.
just capturing the whole place, or whether we need to hack. Oh, no, is it a hack? Oh, it's not a hack anyway. I think we did need to hack the other one, because this isn't a hack. But he's getting more mad. Let's build another economic center.
We'll do our best.
All right. We're gonna load. We don't need our main fleet here anymore. So let's load it up. I've pressed L. I think we'll... Oh, did we already have the attack and defend it while I wasn't looking? Looks like it. We're going to bring our main fleet back there, which I've just ordered. I could just do it here. I can literally just select it and then right-click. Right. Oh yeah. So as you can see, it's already given this a hotkey of 3. We're going to go ahead and build our factory here. We're going to go and build our engineers here so we can build things quicker. I'm not too worried about turrets, you know. It's kind of a waste of metal and more importantly energy, because they shouldn't be able to get in here, should they? Might regret that. How cute, he says. Are we good? No one attacking? No. If they were here, which you may have noticed earlier, we'd have a blue number on the right-hand side, which is just the colour of your enemy. So, you know, if you're not playing in my colour, then obviously it'd be different. Right, so we've captured this fleet ship, and as we saw earlier, the fleet ships that come with it. We'll take a look on this screen and see we've got a second mobile strike fleet, and it just comes with Mark II Vanguards and Mark III Pulsar tanks. Not that many of them, but they're obviously quite hard hitters. Looks like they're going to attack Lamson. Well, they are attacking Lamson. Maybe this is the attack, but we have 21 defender strength. You can see their strength updating as they all come through, so they're kind of just getting owned. They come through and just get owned by all the defenses we've set up. It's very satisfying. Right, so we've got this extra fleet now. And again, if we wanted to click on it, left click, you can right click to select it, to control it, and go to it. But if we just left click, let's say, actually, it would make more sense to have our corvettes in that one. So we go, okay, corvettes, strike Tiftet, and we can either replace... Can you be quiet? You can either replace some ships that are there and swap them between 2 fleets, or we've got an empty slot. We're going to put them in the empty slot. There you go. That will get built up and swapped over, but anyway, we can now bring our... Let's load it up. I'm pressing L. I hope that works interplanetary. See, does it? Oh, it does. So we've got this fleet here. Let's bring 2 and 3 through. They don't need to be there anymore. We've got engineers set up. Not too worried about planets, as I say. So as you can see again, Planet Ibarra has this much capacity for all these things. We're getting more tech now. As you can see, we're extracting it from Ibarra, and we've still got some left on Cultist. Cultist is going to be attacked in 2 minutes, and as you can see from the line moving, presumably it's going to be from here. They actually have 23 strength here, which is a bit scary. Early game, you know. Bearing in mind, like, we can go this way, and there's only 4. So, and you can see actually the mark of the planet. Mark II, Mark III has even more strength, and it depends, you know, they've got some nice stuff here, like a research station, a fleet capacity extender. Hacking this structure doubles the ship cap for one of your strike strike craft types belonging to the fleet. So what that means is, if I did it with like our main fleet, instead of having 40 V-wings, we could have 80. So that's why they're defending these buildings, because they're amazing. So you always want to just check what you're going to get when you go somewhere. More fleets, a new ship type, which you can assign to any ship you want, all kinds of things, technology vault, all kinds of things available in this, and then slowly you'll work your way through the system. The enemy will get stronger if you've got other factions involved. They could be anywhere. They'll start attacking all kinds of places where they can, so you're setting up choke points and defensive points. And you'll just see, I mean, it's funny because it can be super chaotic if you want it to be, or it can just be chill as hell. It's such a good game, it really is.
Copy that.
And it's not complicated. Hopefully, I know I've rambled a lot and made all kinds of mistakes, but it's not complicated. We're going to wait for this attack and obliterate it.
Moving out.
And then we may just go and attack one more place, and then we'll probably call it that. We'll get the research station just so we can get a new ship type. Obviously, I don't need all these defenses here. I'm just doing it for fun. Fleet 3 is not set on pursuit mode yet, so I'm going to do that. 20 seconds. Right, we've got plenty of tech again. What have we got now that we want to upgrade? These would upgrade quite a few of our turrets. Maybe we should get the hull types. Our fusion bombers. Our fusion bombers get up close, don't they? I might... Oh, but that's 7,000. Oh, we can't afford that. We can't afford that. Why can we not get this one? I think it's because it wouldn't benefit anything. Yeah, we don't currently have anything that it benefits. Oh, they're coming in. It's not going well, as you can see. Is that it? Is that it? Let's just go ahead and put... let's upgrade our V-Wing weapons. Why not? We can even get 2. Look, let's get two ranks. Mark 2 V-Wings. Lovely old job. Does that get us some more as well? Not sure. Oh, it does, look. Now that we've upgraded it, we have 60 instead of 40. So that's worth noting. It's super self-explanatory. You just mouse over everything. Right. We're going to take all 3 of our fleets, which is a bit risky because we don't have that many defences here, do we?
Going.
Actually, did we build all of our... No, we have some more turrets left on the battle station, which isn't going to be needed here anymore. So I'm actually going to bring the battle station here.
Droids on this end.
We'll send 1, 2, and 3 that way. Battle station this way.
As you command.
And we'll build a few more
Sources
turrets
of
here.
Scientific knowledge in this system are exhausted.
Okay, we ran out of science on cultists. No biggie. No biggie. This battle station is so slow. Where is it? Come on, mate.
That's what I was already planning.
Are we all good? Are we loaded up? 2. No, you're not loaded up. 3. We're all loaded up.
But of
Okay, let's just sort
course,
this out first. So here we are. Here's our battle station. Let's move it over here.
I don't have much choice.
I know you don't. Right, and then we'll build some ambush turrets. We'll build like 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 5 there. That'll do. That'll just buff it a bit when it... We'll also get a couple more tractor arrays since the Tiffant Guard also has some of those in its capacity. They did make this big change with the fleets, and it actually works quite well because it just makes it obvious what's going on. You can easily see what each fleet can support in the build menu, and you just go for it. You just go for it. Generally, as a new player, whenever you can build something based on a planet, you just do it. And then on the battle station, you know, that's open for debate a bit. Anyway, there's only 4 defense there, so I think we'll be more than happy to go in. We do have 60 hacking points. We need 15 of those to grant the ship line from the thing we're going to hack, the research station. But just for fun, should we go and weaken like their turrets? We can't see that much there. There's a whole system with being adjacent to planets and how much you can see. You know, if I go here, look, it's all fuzzy and you can't see. And that gets explained in the tutorial, but you don't need to worry about it. You really don't. Let's just for fun. Let's hack the turrets.
Hackers are in.
2 seconds.
Our hackers have done
Done.
all they can.
Right. Now is the time to strike, guys. Because we've reduced their turrets in their heavily defended system. 2, 3, unload. Where's 2? There you are.
If I must.
Come on, guys. We should probably move... Look at them, they're fleeing. Pathetic.
Taking fire in the territory.
Come on, let's move the flagships forward a bit. These are pulsar tanks. Here they are, look, these are the pulsar tanks. I moved them all over there, that's why they're... But look, this is... Oh, they're trying to flee between systems and they're just getting blown to smithereens. Okay, they're mad. They're going to attack cultists. But we've built some defenses there, and they're only attacking with 3, so I'm not worried. We'll put the battle station close, just to make sure.
Capable of that.
Right then. We can already start hacking the ship line. Who do we want to do it with? We need to select which fleet we want a new ship line for. Probably our main fleet, because we took the concussion corvettes out. But I suppose it depends. What ships are going to be made available? We'll just let them do that. Where is it? iBots. I don't even know what these are, by the way. You could look it up. There's a help file. There's a kind of wiki about it. But iBot, Raider, Sentinel gunboat, Spiders, or Warbird frigate. And you'd only get one, but it is a frigate. Should we get iBots? I just want to see what they are. All right. Let's just say for a laugh that Fleet 1 is the one that wants it. So I've selected Fleet 1. I'm not sure if you have to do that right. Grant ship line. Tells you, it double checks with you what hacker fleet you're doing. And we're going to pick the iBots. Oh, here you get an overview anyway. Cloak ship that gains damage, the higher the energy usage of their target. Okay, Raiders, fast evasive ship that is immune to most speed penalties. You also see the DPS of the weapons. Look, and if I hold control, you can get the speed and all that. Sentinel gunboat, large advanced and expensive strike craft. Oh, that might be cool. Spider, slow effect. Interesting. And a Warbird frigate. We might actually take the Spiders. Although I want to see what the iBots look like. Nah, let's take the Spiders.
Hacking has commenced.
There you go. 30 seconds and that'll be done. Okie doke, so that's being hacked. We could get Fleet 3 to destroy this in the meantime. With our, what are these, the Corvettes? Yeah, the Corvettes and the Pulsar tanks. Okay, let's build... Let's say that we're a bit worried about this one, so we're going to build a military station. We're not, but we're going to do that. Shut up, shut up. And then our support engineers come over and build it. Oh, not quite? Oh, it's not quite built then. My bad. They look built. Oh, we have the spiders. We finished the hack, we built the spiders, and they do indeed look like spiders. That's pretty creepy, isn't it? So just simple as that, because we've got our support factory here and everything, we've built the spiders, and they're part of the fleet. There you go, simple as that. We've got a new type. Oh, we finished building. My bad. Let's get. We can build 3 factories here.
I'll see it gets done.
Don't mind if I do. Why not? Okay, let's get some more engineers. Turret wise, both. Well, there's actually 3, isn't there? Let's move everybody out of the way.
That's
Come
what
here.
I was already planning.
There's three access points. I'm not going to do any research since we're just doing this for fun. But we'll just do it like this. We'll put some turrets down. A beam cannon. We'll split them like this.
One of
We've
our
got 4
planets is under
Tesla
attack.
turrets. Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? I'll pause for a sec. Yeah, another Tesla turret there. Pike turrets. We can have 5. They've got super long range. So we'll just dump them all there. And just for fun on this one, we're going to put a force field generator around some of the turrets. Why the heck not? Oh, and an assault frigate.
We won't let you down.
You know, I'm just... Right then, so we're under attack now. Here. Oh, there you see, look. We're under attack from a strength of 1. We have 18 in defense, as you can see up there. Obviously, it means it's nothing at this point. Oh, a tractor beam. Look at it, it's owning them. Right, let's have a look. I'm not sure. What have I just clicked it down to? 0.5 speed. Just deleted. Just absolutely deleted. So eventually we'll go take that system and then they'll stop bothering us. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it. It's actually been like an hour, even though I've pretty much just gone over the basics, but I have kind of rambled. But hopefully you see, the game's pretty easy to play on a basic level. You can add all kinds of complexity with other factions and all sorts of madness and even your approach, your starting fleet, how aggressive you go. Obviously, the more aggressive you go, the more ratty the CPU is going to get, the AI. And they're going to start attacking you with all manner of things. We've not even scratched the surface of the types of turrets, ships, and all kinds of things like that you can get. But hopefully, you can see how a game will just slowly start to unfold. I mean, we're quite unlucky to start this close to a dead end full of nastiness, but, oh, hello. Can we hack this ion cannon? Ooh, an advanced weapon firing long-range ionized bolts. Ooh. Ooh. Or is that just... Maybe we can't hack it and they just have it. But there is a research station. What else have we got? all kinds of things. Troop Accelerator. AI gets additional reinforcements in this system. Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of craziness with this game. I hope it's made sense. I mean, I know I ramble a bit, but hopefully you've at least seen what the gameplay is like. That's the main thing. That is definitely the main thing. You should do the tutorial if you can be bothered, if you fancy giving it a go. The tutorial's good. It is good. It's just, I know what it's like on these games. You proper just can't be arsed sometimes. You can't be arsed, but it's well worth it. This is a really fun game. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this showcase. It's been a bit of a messy one, but hopefully it's been worth your time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game if you go and pick it up, and I will catch you next time. Cheers, guys.